All right, here we go. Mercedes, 1996 Mercedes Benz C220 W202. What I'm doing today is I had a leak from that side of the sunroof in the rainy part of the season, Southern California. So we got a lot of rain, a lot of unexpected rain, which was great for us, but not so good for the car, because when it did rain and it was raining furiously, that section of the passenger side footwell was just soaked with water. And I'm thinking, well, I've probably got a leaky floor or leaky door gasket. I'm gonna have to replace that. I checked around on YouTube and I did some homework on that, and come to find out that a lot of other guys have had the similar problems. So what I'm doing today is I am lubricating the guide rails for the sunroof. And I've just already cleaned them, so they're pretty squeaky clean right now. What I'm doing now is I'm cleaning out the vents, or the drains for the sunroof. There are two in this vehicle, one in that corner, one in the left front corner, or the driver's side corner. And these vents, or these drains, drain all the way down the A-pillar here, and they will drain to under the car. And I'm not sure if this is picking up on the camera, but right here is supposed to be a rubber grommet which seals this hole right in here. This is where your water drains out. So the tube comes all the way down the A-pillar and drains out to the floor. Nice straightforward design, no 90-degree bends or any nonsense like that. What I noticed when I was doing the left side, or the passenger side, was this rubber grommet here. If you can see, and you can see straight through this, there's a small opening which, if it is raining furiously, really doesn't allow enough water to drain out. So you could potentially get pulling up in the tray, and then it leaks right under there into the car. And where mine was leaking to was right over the shift mechanism, right down onto there. But what Mercedes has done is, in their wisdom, they've put actually 3 holes in there. You can only see through one. The other 2 drain into the bottom of this grommet, and they will eventually drain all the water out. Just, you know, if it's raining an inch an hour, 2 inches an hour, at that rate, it's not going to be able to drain out all the water, especially if you're driving on freeway at freeway speeds. It's going to gum up on you. So what I'm doing now is I've already cleaned out the driver's side, or left side drain. That's clean as a whistle. What I'm using, oh, and if you're wondering, well, okay, Andy, you've told me that you've got that grommet out. How do I get mine out? Well, you can see that there's a small channel right here, and if you peel back this rubber, it's going to allow just enough space so that you can squeeze that up into that piece of cutout sheet metal on the bottom of the car. What I'm going to do now is drain the right side. That's going to be the same procedure. And I got this clue from a couple of the guys that were doing this on YouTube. All I'm using is fishing line, or I'm sorry, trim line. And pretty basic. It's not so wimpy that it'll completely bend up on you if it's trying to get through an obstruction, and it's strong enough to kind of push through all that crud that kind of tends to accumulate in the corners. You cannot see the drain hole. Maybe you can from this camera angle, I don't know, but the hole is in the corner there. Do your own research on this, and just simply fish that line down through that hole. It's going to go all the way down through your A-pillar, all the way to that drain. Okay, hope that helps somebody.